you're taking away flexibility if you don't at least do it a few times a week. I'm not even saying every single day.
Play him at third base.
Yes, I'm saying at least a few times a week. I don't mind Madrigal or Mastroboni playing a few times a week, but he can't be a full-time DH if you want the flexibility on the roster. You just it
weakens your offense, Cody.
Yes,
it weakens your offense because if you can play him at third and get away with it, you can add what you think is another big bat.
Right.
Like today, you were able to get Tauchman in the lineup because say you got an extra outfielder out of it. Say it became the DH, Tauchman became the right fielder. But even if it's the other way around, you still get an extra. You still get an extra bat out of it.
And I don't know how many more games y'all have to watch to realize that this offense, it's still a question. 5 runs today, 9 runs yesterday. Great. Awesome, right? And I think that there's room for this offense to take a step from last year. Absolutely. There's a lot of potential here. But at the same time, if you want to have your best lineup out there, it's just not going to include Nick Madrigal or Miles Mastroboni on a regular day basis. So, we can yell and scream about the fact that they didn't sign Chapman or Candelario, I guess. I mean, that's like me going to the wall over there and just yelling at it. That's basically where we're at this point because the season started. I mean, we are where we are. We have to deal with what we got, right? But if the Cubs don't make the playoffs and all this, then we can criticize the front office and all that for this situation. But where they're at right now, I'm just telling you that to me, it's worth the roll of the dice at least a few times a week. All right. I remember opening night, people were pissed that Madrigal was playing third. Hell, as a bit, I just celebrated it. Okay. I don't mind it a few times a week, but you can't just automatically play Morel third or else you're taking away flexibility.
But the risk is worth it at least a couple times a week because the offense, to me, is more of a question mark than the Cubs' overall defense is. It's also a more important part of the game. It just is.
Yeah.
Like in center field, you've got a Gold Glover. Mm-hmm. In left field, you've got a Gold Glover. At shortstop, Gold Glover. Second base, Gold Glover. A guy that's good enough at first. You've got a good catcher behind the plate. You got some pitchers that can field the position. So, to me, the Cubs aren't going to lose a bunch of games because their defense is suspect. It is suspect at third. Okay. But the offense, to me, is more suspect. They've been lacking for multiple years big blowout potential. And having Morel in the lineup allows you to have the extra bat. So that best case scenario for the Cubs is that Morel is able to be serviceable at third base. Even if it's not every game, but if you can sneak him in there in a game where you need to get a little more offense, that's best case scenario for the Cubs. And Craig Counsell talked about this before the season started. He said, listen, this is a classic example of where the team is right now. He's like, I'm here. I also have to help develop players. It's the real world. I'm here to help develop a player while trying to win as many games as possible.
Yeah.
Both are happening right now for the Cubs. They are not the Dodgers. They are not the Braves. We all want them to be. The thing that gets them closer is if somehow you can get Morel to, and I don't know that it's going to happen. But right now, I'm okay with trying it for a little while.
We all silly like the mayor.